Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, a show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their characters present for. This is Season 4, Episode 12, The Secret Sea.
Welcome back to an episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm your host, Mike. I watch everything from the point of view of Penny. To the left of me, as always.
It's Sasha, and I watch everything from the point of view of Margo.
In front of me, as always.
It's Colin. I watch everything from the point of view of Elliot, as always.
Right here, right now.
It's Brian. I watch as Quentin.
And creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
So,
Hi, James.
we have business.
We
Right
do.
at the top.
And this is
Jumping right into it, huh?
definitely our first take at this.
Absolutely. We are professionals.
We don't have any weird mystery deleted files that might exist. I don't know where that conspiracy came from.
Anyways, we got a live stream this weekend.
We
Yeah.
do. Sunday, July 5th
Yes.
The 5th
at 3 p.m.
Remember
celebration
the
of our independence of our country. Yay.
Yeah.
it's like that bad teenager who was like, man, maybe you should have just been listening to your parents for a bit.
No, I just think all the options have been bad, really.
Well, celebrate with your nation's colors, red and white. Yep, we're going all Canada.
Oh, the Canada Day is Wednesday, actually.
How
you
is
know
it so
that?
close?
I work with Canadians. That's
Hey,
And let me guess, they're insufferable about it.
we're all nice. And
I
maple
didn't hear
syrup
any.
up.
I better hear some fireworks on Wednesday. Canadians, you better show up.
better show
I've
up
been
and show
hearing
out.
fireworks for the past week.
That's
so.
true.
That's just Chicago.
Yeah.
There's not like a day I don't hear fireworks in the city. For it being illegal here, there sure are a fucking lot of them.
I think Canadian fireworks go off and then apologize for being so loud.
Boom, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Boom, sorry.
Leave the Canadians alone.
You're
Sorry,
so
sorry, sorry.
nice. I'm very jealous of a lot of things that you have. Can you hook it up with that healthcare sponsorship?
You have health care. Come on.
Sunday, 3 p.m. Chicago time. We'll
That's
put
the
a
one.
poll up with some options. Join us at youtube.com/@popculturerollcall. Bring your own episode, or give us $1 over at patreon.com/popculturerollcall, and you can join us on the Discord and chat with everybody.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
don't mail the money. That's illegal.
It is. No, it's
Is
not.
it?
But
It's
like,
not
don't
illegal
do
to
that.
mail money. It just isn't a good idea.
Don't do it.
That's the most Gen Z coded thing I've ever heard. It's got to be illegal to put money in the mail, right?
Right? And have your lights on in the back of the car while you're driving.
All these things are illegal, right?
We all know how old we were, and we learned that wasn't a actual crime, and our parents were lying to us.
Yeah. Though, as somebody who drives, it is distracting. Looking
Yeah.
in your rearview mirror and having like a light at the top, it is distracting.
Get better eyes.
You need a. That's why your muse should be a camera instead of an actual mirror.
More things that can fail in
a
your
camera.
Then the
Camera
kids get
instead
their
of a
lights
mirror.
Well, I don't have a robot butler driving me around.
on. You mean Uber?
Jarvis, to the store.
Waymo, I guess, is technically
Yeah.
the. Uber doesn't have those yet.
Season 3, episode 12.
That's
Getting
the
to the
one.
end. Also, more business. Bring in your wrap-up questions.
It's gotta be,
It's,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
We all
Right,
look at them.
Well,
right?
look at James.
That's probably a good idea.
Thanks, James. If you have any of those questions or conversation topics, you will know if it is season and series, but we're guessing it's just season wrap up
Yeah.
based on the content. But, you know, we could be wrong. Fuck us, right? But you can send any of those questions or conversation topics over to popculturerollcall@gmail.com, or if you're in the Discord, you can chuck it into wrap up questions. If for whatever reason it is series and season, make sure you include in the subject line which one your question or conversation topic is for.
You
And
know
we're going to
what
get
we
to
do?
that whenever we finish this season worth of episodes, which I'm assuming is 3 weeks from now, I think. Two? Was it 14 last?
It's 13. I
Oh,
thought.
13? Then maybe 2?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Who knows? This is hard when you don't have information. Oh, well.
Not that hard.
Not that hard.
Speaking of not having information, I start with credits.
I'll start with credits.
I don't start with credits.
I don't start with. I start with credits.
You start with credits? Wow, you really left me in the lurch there
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
second.
I was like,
Pregnant
ooh.
pause, huh?
Yeah.
So well, this is like most of my episode.
Oh.
You know me. Monster Elliot's not
Where's
the-
your
That's
sunglasses?
the main thing. This has some meat on it. Like, I've been giving you all information. There hasn't been a lot, but the content I've been giving you is very important. So I respect a little bit of respect. So I'm in the woods, and my sister, who I've never seen before, but I guess she's like, I don't know. She's in there's a body of a blonde woman sitting on like a sacrificial stone altar thing in the woods.
Flashback.
No, it's like modern day.
Oh.
Because Julia's there, who I just stole while you were in the
Kidnapped?
middle of
Sorry,
yeah,
so
kidnapped.
her dead body's been here the whole time?
No, but this thing, it's not a dead body. It's like I can't tell if it is the. I'm just confused because like I was under the impression that I needed to get her a body because I like got her one and then it broke, and that's why I took Julia.
That's probably the one that couldn't handle the energy.
Right, but then again, did I see him carrying a head?
No, he carried a head.
So
Maybe
just
that was just
grabbed another.
recreational.
maybe that was recreational. I just assumed that was the woman he picked up at the bar. But this seems to be potentially the same woman that I was having the conversation with like 2 episodes ago, who seems to be like dead on the thing, but with a head. And I just don't know where the random woman's head came in.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Or maybe this is
sewing
another
exists,
body.
Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Could've
no,
just-
it wasn't sewed on. But like maybe I'm like cycling through bodies and like each one's breaking and I have to keep finding new bodies and that's I don't know.
We gotta
Anyway, it
stop with
doesn't
all this
really
murder.
matter. There's like a dead blonde woman on a sacrificial altar. Julia is waking up in the middle of the woods. Sort of next to this altar, while Elliot's going over it, and I'm sort of like cooing over the body and kind of like petting my sister's hair and saying that good news, I found you a much more durable body, but unfortunately I will have to momentarily kill you again. So maybe the again part of it is like I can't put her into a body while she's alive, so Elliot is having to like kill his sister so that she like
Can move.
Yeah, kind of like I'm assuming the same way that Elliot got, or the
Well,
monster
you have
got
to kill,
into Elliot.
yeah, you have to kill the body so the monster can jump
Right.
from a body to another body. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is when Julia wakes up and she begins to pray, like immediately sees what I'm up to, and she like closes her eyes and she's like, "Dear Our Lady, the Underground, I beseech you in this moment." So like, yes, she does seem to still have some kind of connection to
Okay.
Our Lady, the Underground. She's like praying for help or whatever, and she's like halfway through her prayer, and Elliot goes to like pick a dagger up and he's gonna like bring it down to stab into that woman's body. So I guess she's maybe still partially alive because I have to kill her with the ceremonial dagger, and I'm about to make contact with her chest, like right over her heart, and then all of a sudden my body just stops, like freezes, like inches from above this woman's like chest plate, basically. And there's all of a sudden there is, I guess, Persephone. I guess I don't guess because we find out in a second, but
Oh, okay.
Persephone's there. She's like now I'm going to be insulting, like a 48 to like 55-year-old like black woman in a white dress,
Okay.
kind of like, and she's just kind of holding her hands out, and Elliot's like paused, like I seem like I'm not like talking, I'm not doing anything, I seem to like she's like frozen time or something like that.
Cast time stop.
Yeah, but I can still see the scene, so I'm assuming
Okay.
it's like a hold person kind of deal where I'm
Yeah.
like frozen, and Julia stands up and starts like, well, you took your damn time or something like that, and she tells me, and like Persephone seems like worried, like this is gonna break bad in like any second now, and she's like frantic. She knows that like this is like a tipping point.
Yeah.
And Julia's kind of starting to be a little bit like, so what took you so long? And she's like, we don't have time for that. Like, this is the moment where you have to make a decision.
Lock in.
Like, lock in. Like, this is like, I cannot do this for very long. Like, I
Yeah.
need you to like recognize the seriousness of the situation. And she seems confused. And Persephone tells her like, you need to choose like which life you want to live. And she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, you have always had a choice. And she's like, do you mean between a god and a mortal? And she's like, yes. And she's like, well, both of those options suck. And she's like, well, you don't have the luxury of choice because your choice will have consequences and you need to make it right now. And Julia is like, and I can't tell exactly what happens here based on how it's cut together. I think what happens is Elliot overpowers the spell and kills the sister while Persephone is talking to Julia about this. And all of a sudden, there's like a gasp of breath from the sister, and then orange kind of mist floats out and goes into Julia's mouth. Either that, I don't think it's Julia made a decision, because it didn't seem like she's like, I choose godhood. Like, she didn't say anything
yeah,
like
it
that.
seems like he just beat her to the choice.
Like, beat her to the choice, and like now she is like possessed by I'm assuming possessed. We'll get to later scenes here in a minute, but possessed by the ghost of my sister. Julia kind of staggers for a moment, and Persephone looks like, shit, like this is like that moment kind of came and went, and she's like, Julia, and like goes to talk, and Julia snaps her fingers, and Persephone's head like spins completely around, and she falls dead. And then I get credits.
Cool.
So, and it wasn't Elliot snapping fingers. It was obviously the Julia
Okay.
snapped her fingers. So the sister possessing Julia killed Persephone. Assuming that you can kill a god by breaking her neck, which
It seems like
the
it's worked out so far.
I'll say the show seems to be indicating that is what
They've
happened.
had
Necks are kinda
they've had
universal.
4 of those already. So
Yeah, fair enough. Credits.
Credits.
Mind
slut.
But Persephone lives with
No, she doesn't. Not anymore. She doesn't live anymore.
with the god of the dead.
Hades.
So if she dies, wouldn't
Maybe she's just-
her husband just be like, never mind? Like, isn't that kind of his whole
Get
deal?
back in
They
there.
haven't really established fully how like that part of it works. So
They have
maybe,
not,
maybe
but
not,
I do.
I also don't
Just to
think
point
do
out, this
gods-
is like the one little bit of like, if
If
anybody is
die,
going to die, her
And
and
come back.
Hades seem like the most likely to survive that situation. Let's just
Yeah.
say. I don't know about the rest of them, but like very specifically,
she's got favors she can call in.
I also
Yeah.
don't remember from my reading on like that mythology of like the Hades of Mount Olympus, that kind of thing, which we're kind of dealing with here. If gods also their souls go to like Hades whenever they die, like the River Styxy kind of deal.
They do in the video game.
Do
Well-
they? Yeah, I guess it's true.
there also is just like I mean,
Maybe they do. Yeah.
her husband is in charge of all of that, so I would assume that he would. It's not just of the. Well, no, he is. He actually is just the lord of the place. There is a
Right.
different god for like. There's Charon for the ferrying of souls.
Yeah, which I don't know if he's a god or he's just the fairy man.
Yeah, maybe he's just the
but-
ferryman. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
I don't know that pantheon
I
well
don't.
enough,
Same,
unfortunately.
same.
But that's where we end that scene. I have another sort of longer scene I'll wait on a little bit, where it's just giving us some more backstory on Elliot and sister.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
My first scene is with you,
Same.
where we're essentially telling you that the monster took Julia.
Yep. You're angry. You want to leave now.
Yeah,
And
get
we
the
don't-
axes.
and we don't have a plan.
Yep, and I'm like, we got the corporate bond, we got the demon bottle, we got the axes, we gotta go,
Yeah.
guys.
And Margo's like, absolutely not. Actually, all of a sudden you want to go. But when it was Elliot, you didn't. You were taking your time and you were planning it. And we can't go because the magic, as
In corporate bond.
yes, needs a lot of magic to work, and we don't have that right now.
And not only that, we need twice as much now because there's 2 beings that we need to cast this on.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know how we knew that.
If they took Julia,
Oh,
Then
we
we
just
ass- it's a
assume.
safe
We're just
assumption.
assuming that it's both. Okay.
because he has all 4 stones and Julia,
Yeah.
so we kind of know
We
the
just make
pieces in
assumption.
play at this point.
Okay. And so then there's also this is when the bunnies
Mhm.
pop in on the table, and it's like,
No, it's
Oh, not yet.
oh, not yet.
We have a quick. So we're basically trying to figure out where we can find this much magic. We have like a 5-second scene. I don't know where this is.
No.
It looked like either a library or a fancy police station. But Dean Fogg is being like walked down the hallway in handcuffs as like Quentin and Penny like hide our faces, and we're like, well, that's not an option. And then we're back at the apartment.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I thought this was like one same scene because we
and
talk
then-
about how fog's not an option. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And then here's where we're back trying to figure out where to get magic from. And Katie had a theory about the library having a stockpile.
Yep.
Of magic, right?
magic.
Like, yeah.
And then
That's when the bunny appears.
You get the bunny, and it's like found magic, and we're all like, where? We're all yelling at the bunny, and then the second one comes, and it's like, sorry, this is Fen. Like, it's cute. It's a cute little scene. And my
Margo
next,
kind of like rolls her eyes. You're
me
not
and
on
Fen,
the best terms.
Me and Fen are, we're fine. She's just a little too naive for.
Yeah,
Margo,
she's
I
just
think,
exhausting a
generally.
little bit,
Yeah. My next scene is Fen shows up.
Oh, my next scene's in Fillory with Fen. So
Yeah.
Okay.
probably us first.
Probably you guys first.
we're in this like underground cave garden.
Yes. It like we go down some stairs and we're in a cave
Okay.
and there's flowers that are like blooming and dying kind of like before our eyes. And Fen comes in with a fish in a bowl.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I see this fish later.
And she's like, we're like, what's with the fish? She's like, follow me. And so we go outside. And there's basically like a cave entrance and there's a big beach there that she calls a reservoir.
Yep.
And it's an ocean of pure magic. And Josh and her found it. But there's one small problem, and as she's saying this, Quentin goes down to like touch the water, and she's like, "Don't touch it. That's the problem."
There's like some sort of curse, and Josh touched it, and now
Yes.
he's a fish.
Yes.
Oh, Josh is a fish?
Josh is
He's
a
the
fish.
fish in
Josh
the
is the
pool.
fish
Yeah.
because he touched the magical reservoir.
Nice.
And he was cursed.
So he's now a fish and a werewolf?
We'll get there. We
What?
will
We will get there?
absolutely
We're gonna get
fucking
to that?
get there.
A
Yes.
werefish?
We're gonna get there.
It's like a Futurama bit.
I don't know.
There
what
was an old
y'all
lady
are
who lived in
doing.
a shoe territory.
Is your next scene with the fish?
And Fen.
Because
Yeah.
I have a scene before that. We're talking about the secret sea in the like we're looking through the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I think it's Alice, Penny, and I. Is there anybody
Yeah,
else here?
I think it's just us.
And there's a secret sea in the books. They're like a big underground ocean. The Chatwins crossed it with rabbit pirates.
And Alice is like, are those pirates who steal rabbits or pirates who are rabbits? And you're like, kind of both.
Yep. But the book doesn't say anything about the secret sea being full of magic or cursed or anything like that.
Okay.
Penny's getting antsy.
Yeah, because I'm like, if this nerdy bullshit leads us nowhere, we need a backup plan.
Yeah.
You're digging into this. We need an option B if this goes nowhere.
And Alice has a plan, but she needs the bunnies that Fen sent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know what her plan ends up being, but it probably works.
I'm pretty sure it does. So back at the apartment, I assume you guys all come back, I guess.
I think this scene was at the apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't clarify.
I am looking at this fish, and she's explaining to me that he is a Felonian dying fish. They only live for a couple of days, so timer. And they were just like really excited because they were gonna go tell. Like he was basically there to like they were like getting ready to be like, oh my god, we found it. We're gonna bring it back to everybody. He got turned into a fish. She saw it happen because I was a little doubtful. I'm like, how do you know this is Josh? Kind of thing.
This is where in my notes I wrote "werefish?" ?
So, well, not yet.
No.
But
Dang
the
it,
thing
get
about
there.
the Felorian dying fish, it's not a metaphor. It literally needs to be looked at constantly. It needs constant eye contact.
Oh.
And if
okay.
you look away from the fish, it starts turning white and then starts to die within 10 seconds. So it like
Oh, this
Very-
makes
so
more
it's
sense
gonna die in
later.
a couple days no matter what.
right. But if I don't make constant eye contact, it will die immediately. So I
I
don't
felt
want
that
to.
A
way
watched
sometimes,
fish
right?
never dies.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do this. I
You
basically
don't want to
sound
look at this fish for multiple days.
no, especially when we're about to go save Elliot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, sounds like you're on fish watch duty, but the problem is that it's like not working because usually the fish bonds with its mother, but it's working with Margo, so Margo has to keep eye
Not
contact
mother
with
energy,
the fish. She
mama
guilts me
energy.
into doing it basically.
Can you like FaceTime the fish? Like
Yeah.
get like a
We
streamer
will
cam
get
set
there.
up?
We
Yeah.
will get there.
How many minutes
How
do
do
you
I keep?
have?
I was like,
7, and yet we managed to hit all of these.
What type of cell phone service does this fish have? We will get there.
This is a very tight 7 minutes.
Okay.
So what type of career does this fish go into? We're gonna
You're
get
gonna get
there.
So I am like, my next scene is when you come back with, oh my god, I'm blanking on her name, with Quentin and
Alice.
Alice. Thank you.
I have
The blonde
a-
girl.
I'm glad that it was that one. There's
It
a lot of
was
women
that
on this
one.
show.
I have a quick scene with Katie,
Oh yeah.
where it's her and librarian, the Herbrarian, the
Herbrarian?
original librarian we met.
Oh sure.
The librarian in charge.
Yeah, librarian in charge.
Do we know her name?
I don't remember.
I don't know her
I
name.
think I see her again later, and I don't know who this person
We
is.
definitely know her name. Like
If we've got her name,
names.
I have forgotten it, and it's just become the librarian.
She just has the librarian glasses. You know
Yeah.
the ones.
I do
yeah.
like
She's in
Herbrarian.
Spider-Man 2 and
Herbrarian.
3.
We can call her Herbrarian.
Herbrarian. Yeah.
Herbrarian.
Yeah. Yeah. Where she teaches you about herstory. Thank you.
It's better than his story. Tell me. Right?
Way
already gave him that
better than-
shot. Fucking fucked it up.
Sorry, gals, we suck. Hard pivot. Katie has an awful marking on her arm. Something's wrong with Katie. The Herbrarian is talking to her about her not having much time. And there's this contract the librarian uses who might be willing to. And Katie just interrupts. She's like, text me if you find somebody. And she's coughing a bunch during this. So Katie's sick. Something is going on with Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the Herbrarian leaves, and I ask if it's true. Does the library have a cure? And she thinks it's bullshit, but, who knows? And I'm like, well, go with her before it's too late. If this is some noble shit about you, like, I don't want to own the library or anything, you should be living. Like, don't die on that high horse. And she gives me this look, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. You don't want to be cured. Because for all the terrible shit we've been through, at least the upside is that you know that there's a life after death, and you'll get to spend it with Penny. And she's like, well, what part of that sounds bad? I'm like, the dying part? And I may not be your other Penny, but I'm pretty sure he would know that that was a waste and would not want you doing that.
To be fair, not to be fair it, but that is kind of my problem with a lot of the like afterlife is pretty much just hanging out with your friends and like a place you don't have to worry about shit. It's like that does kind of take a lot of the oomph out of the
death.
You gotta stick with it. It's like, why do I have to suffer if I'm gonna go like hang out with my boyfriend?
They're having cupcakes.
Yeah, they like have a book club. That's all I really do in my primary life too, is read books and talk about them.
It's just a book club, and I'm gonna worry about my cholesterol.
And to be honest, the show kind of pitched it that way to the original Penny too.
Yeah.
When they were like, you're not even gonna remember living. It's such a small percentage of your afterlife. And like the show pitches it that way.
So why are we all like, don't do this to yourself, man?
Live the good life.
Yeah.
It's just like
right? She's not even like
cupcakes.
She's not even like she's not even doing it as like a self-harm motif. Like she's just like, nah, I want to go hang out with my best friend. It's like, oh well, fuck you, man. Like, I don't get it. That's weird.
I have to assume that like the afterlife would be destroyed if the gods die. So I do think that there is like
regular life. I'm assuming if all the gods died, right? Like,
well, that would
but she can
encourage her
help
to
if she's alive.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
So that's that scene. Something's wrong with Katie, and she doesn't want help from the library.
That makes sense. Should we talk? Are we here?
Yeah.
We're talking about. I'm sitting in the kitchen, one eye on the fish, the other eye.
Fen out for, I think, fish food. Is that what you said?
Yeah, but she's at Benihana. She's really liking the knives.
Okay.
And I have a picture of her. You could just like see that she's standing there with like knives in the background at a Benihana. It's very funny.
And just gets sidetracked, ends up at a Benihana.
Well, that's the thing is like, because I guilted her. I like said, oh, this is all your fault. I'll blame you if you never, like, basically like Margo laid it on thick. And so Fen went out to go like chill out for 3 hours, I guess.
Sure.
And that's their relationship. It's fine. She sent me selfies, so I think we're okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. But basically, I'm just kind of talking about how exhausting it is. And they said, wow, they say girls are needy. And she's like, sleep with a guy one time and watch him 24/7. And
this is when Alice and Quentin are both like, wait, you slept with Josh? And then Quentin's like, did you know about the werewolf stuff?
and she's like, stop making it a big deal. Who cares about the werewolf stuff? And then I go on to list all of these like cool qualities, like he's funny and we do a lot of banging and it's great. And like I'm just like listing all of his good qualities as to like why we're hanging out, but I'm not like in love with him or anything. And Alice is
like, it kind of sounds like you are in love with him.
And Margo's offended because she's like, I'm a bad bitch, actually.
Quentin
Bad
just
bitches don't love.
Quentin just starts pretending to do anything else in this
He's
kitchen.
like opening and closing like cabinets in the fridge. It's really funny.
This door is pretty squeaky. You gotta get some WD-40 for that.
That's 100% how I would interact in this situation too. As soon as people start talking about it, they're like, well, just the dishes need washed. I'll wash the dishes. Dishes, right? We got dishes. Can I get that cup? Are you done with that cup?
This crown molding needs attending to.
And then Alice, in I don't know, like a stroke of genius, I suppose, she goes like, well, Margo, you can be in love with someone and still be a bitch. And Margo goes,
Literally never thought about it before.
She's like, maybe I am in love with this guppy.
NPCs, the more you know.
Yeah.
Margo's afraid that like being in love with Josh meant that like she loses her own personality or whatever. It's like, no, you could be in love with somebody and still be whatever the fuck you are.
And because one of the good qualities that he gets me. So Alice is just like, kind of seems like it's fine.
He might dig that you're a bitch.
Like that's actually.
I would hope that he does. He knows
Pretty sure he
who
does.
you are.
I'm
right?
like
I think
positive he does actually.
He likes the vibe.
The vibes are good, but. Yeah, so I like take that in, and that's when Quentin feels like this is time to break the ice. The hard part is over now.
Yeah, Quentin just like while he's just like playing with the hinges on the fridge or whatever, he sees like a business card for the magic, like the hedge doctor
Yes,
who is
vet.
like a veterinarian by day that apparently somebody dealt with in an earlier episode.
Yeah, his name starts with a G. It's like Grady or something like that.
I don't know.
Joffrey.
So I hand you the business card for this vet, and I'm like, here, you might want to check this out.
Yeah, and immediately pop open the cell phone, call the vet, walk out with the fish, and then you and Alice make eye contact. I don't know what happens.
That's
'cause
it.
the end of my
Continues a little
scene.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like an awkward moment where we're just like not talking awkwardly for
Yeah.
a few seconds, and Quentin breaks the ice by saying, "Okay, here's my thing. I didn't think I could ever trust you again, and now I find myself wanting to." So he like goes to the other side of the
Here we
island
go.
and like sits down next to her, and he's basically saying that like, when they met, Quentin was this kind of like naive, idealistic person, and so like that kind of affected like whenever anybody like kind of wronged him, it really went against his like whole worldview of being this like kind of like everybody needs to be this perfect version of themselves, whatever. And so he says, I realized if I could throw away all that childish bullshit, I could forgive people for not living up to my stupid expectations. He's kind of teary-eyed at this point.
Yeah.
And he says, what if we try again? I want you in my life, Alice. And Alice says, I want that too. And we kiss.
Oh.
Oh,
Seems-
can't just be friends, or did it seem like a no, not a friend kiss?
It was not a friend
Not
kiss.
after the last episode, bro.
Yeah.
That's
No.
I wrote down my
There's no
notes.
friend tongue here.
This seems too easy.
That's what I was gonna say because I was
Someone's
like,
gonna die.
that was my point too. Not that like friend tongue is like a really common thing, but I guess some people do.
Some people trails off.
But I was like, yeah, that seems kind of easy. It seems like almost like an afterthought or one of those moments where you pull back and you're like, that was like.
Alice is gonna die
I
again.
actually
We fell
don't-
back into it a little bit.
I actually don't think so.
Okay.
I actually don't think so. I think that we're also missing a lot of Alice scenes.
Yeah,
Don't forget
correct,
that.
correct.
And I do think that the last episode was like pretty. It was pretty
It was
set
pretty
up for that,
heavy-handed,
and
yeah.
we didn't see them already making out last episode.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
With the
if
friend
you're
tongue.
a viewer, if that was not friend, if you're a viewer, you saw them making out like intensely last episode too. So I
Right.
feel like this is just them like
and you kind of get them like discussing their relationship a little bit two different
versions,
versions of
themselves.
each other. So
Yeah.
like they haven't talked about it to each other yet, really, but they've talked about it with a version of each other independently. So it's clear that they both want this, I think, from last episode, and now
Yeah.
this is like them getting together and discussing
It's some weird therapy.
it. Yeah.
Yes,
just
they are
talk to a-
weird people.
They are weird people. Just talk to a more naive version of yourself and have them reaffirm your beliefs.
You gotta find a normal therapist.
Like,
You can't be. Listen, even in a magical world, you can't be your own
yeah, I
therapist.
think you gotta pay someone else as an impartial observer.
Yeah.
I think, but I don't know.
That's a question we should actually add to the list of questions.
Can you be your own therapist?
Well, no, I wasn't gonna go that far. Just like, what do we think about those two? Like, what that relationship
A plus Q.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think? We should save that, but
Yeah,
let's add
let's
it
talk-
to the
let's
list.
You
talk
want to
about A
go
plus
Q
Q.
and A?
Oh, damn it!
Q&A.
It's right there for you, Mike.
I missed it. I think this episode, I realized Quentin has had a haircut. I don't know how long.
He's had hair for a while.
My brain just now thought that was
I
important.
kind of miss the long hair.
He is less annoying with the short hair.
I didn't notice.
His hair is way shorter.
Do you know Penny has a
Since
tan?
when?
Like
hair
this whole
blindness.
season, bro.
Oh, like the beginning of the season?
It could have been before. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I could see it getting cut when he like was a different person or whatever.
Yeah, probably actually.
I do miss his really cute, like, shake my hair back with my hand thing when he's thinking.
He kind of does
Well,
it still, but it's
yeah.
not the
Yeah.
We need
same.
a plan.
So, babe.
What did he say?
Babe. So, babe.
So, babe, want friend kisses?
Again, we find ourselves in a situation where it's like you cast my husband as this character, and now I love this
He
character.
wants the friend tongue. We gotta cast Brian as a villain and test this love.
Hey, we gotta keep trying because
Yeah.
he was annoying at first, but somehow I've come around long enough.
Talking about me or Quentin?
Well, we'll find out.
Yes. yes.
Got him.
I'm still annoying.
My next scene is someone attending to the garden.
Is that me attending
Yeah.
to the garden? Okay, I got you.
Mike really said that like the person would know.
Yeah.
Really set that one up.
I guess I'll just go. I'm studying with Alice, and Katie comes in with, any guesses? Our favorite person in the show?
Oh, the Poppy?
Nope.
Oh.
Less favorite person than that. Who we thought was dead.
Oh, the pedophile?
Yes.
Whoa. I thought we killed
He's
him.
not dead.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what's it? What
Wait,
was
I
his
hate
name?
that I have to ask this.
Christopher Plover.
Okay, I was gonna say which
Plover.
pedophile.
Oh, I thought it was
there another
the
pedophile?
Breakbill South guy. I guess he's
Yeah.
not a pedophile.
He's
He's just
not a
like sex pest, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that his whole
We're all like grad
No,
students.
yeah, those students were grad
Which
students.
Oh,
yeah.
right, that's-
sexual criminal.
Yeah,
That's
which are we talking about? There's
true.
at least 3.
Yeah.
Sex pest is not pedophile. That is an important
No, that's true.
distinction.
That is a different
Yeah.
thing.
We very quickly get over the fact that he isn't dead, and because I think Katie said she killed him. Is that who it was?
Maybe? I don't remember.
Or Alice? I don't know. One of them said that she killed this guy and lied.
Okay.
I think it was Alice. Was it Alice?
Was it Alice?
I honestly don't know.
Was
Let's
it
keep- we got to
Julia?
keep going.
Was
Who
it
can
Julia?
say?
Didn't Julia say it when she was a goddess?
But apparently
like
he's
hair
the
though?
only one, according to him, who knows how to cross the reservoir and save our friends. So cut to all of us eating Chinese food together. Apparently Martin called it the reservoir, and Plover's like, that wasn't nearly like poetic enough, so I called it the secret sea. And we're basically getting a bunch here about how Plover rewrote like a lot of what the kids told him about Fillory and made it mostly like more palatable for a children's book.
Yeah. How about
So like I have my copy of the 4th book, and he like grabs it and starts flipping through. He's like, "Oh, first edition must be valuable." And he like grabs a pen and like signs it. He's like, "More valuable now." As he's signing it, you can see that Quentin had like taken the author's name, Christopher Plover, and like scratched it out, which is great.
God, it's like we found that copy of the game and somebody had torn out the front sheet because it
Yeah.
had clearly been signed. Do
Uh-huh.
you remember that?
Personalized.
And he's talking about how like the there was like a bunch of plots that he invented because he couldn't publish the story as the children told him, like the forest that gets you high and the centaurs who view necrophilia as a way of honoring the dead. And like this is the first time I see that this librarian lady with the librarian glasses is here, and she like nods like that's true.
The Herbrarian.
the Herbrarian?
Sorry, yeah.
Thank you.
And he's basically talking about like, oh, all these exaggeration lies from these kids. Jane riding 100-foot horse and called it cozy horse, and he's like that was all nonsense. And this is when like I don't understand why Quentin doesn't push back that like everything the kids have talked about has been 100% true in our experience, and there's some stuff that like the author clearly made up that isn't, right? Or like the embellishments in the book. So I don't get why Quentin isn't like, are you sure that like the kids weren't telling the truth and you just were never there? Anyways, he's basically Plover just calls it all nonsense. In real life, the ending of the book was much darker. We're talking about this Watcher woman who like was trying to steal all the magic for herself. And Martin did stop her, but so there's a magical like reservoir of magic. I said magic like
Magical
4 times.
Reservoir
Yeah.
Magic, yeah.
Built by the 13th king of Fillory to consolidate his power. And Martin drained the sea and used the last few drops of it to trap whoever tried to refill it. And you know it's a reservoir outside the drowned garden. It reacts to the garden itself, which is what we saw earlier with the flowers kind of growing and dying. That reacts to your emotions. So if you're happy, a flower blooms, kind of stuff like that, right?
Classic.
One of the plants there is the antidote to the fish curse.
Got it.
So you have to truly love Fillory to make the flower bloom. And everybody kind of looks at me and I'm like, no, Fillory actually took away most of the things I've ever loved. And Plover's like, oh, Martin had the same issue as an adult. His love for Fillory had soured. And then the library lady is like, I've read your book. it has to be you. Like, there's nobody else besides Quentin who could love Fillory enough to make this flower bloom.
Does Quentin seem surprised? But like, does it seem like you just don't want to be the person that helps the pedophile?
No,
or like
I
does
don't-
the pedophile story?
I don't
thing,
think
or?
he enters into this that much. Like, he's just giving us facts and information
Okay.
that like we can use, and I'll throw him away as soon as I possibly can
Sure,
because
fair
I
enough.
don't trust him and I don't like him. He's more just resigned to the fact that like he doesn't love Fillory anymore. Like he used to as a kid, and then he found out it was real and found out it had all these real problems, and it's not the place he fell in love with.
Yeah, it's up
never
being an
was.
escape for you.
Yeah.
Where like, that stories tend to be and started becoming just more dirty life.
Yeah, you put a thing on a pedestal and it's real and not imaginary, and then you're shocked by it. Makes sense.
Yep. My next scene's in the garden.
Same.
Should I just keep going?
I have my big scene here with Elliot and my sister. I'm not sure how much y'all
Yeah,
have.
go for
but-
it. This is basically one big scene for me, and then I have one short scene after it.
I have after this 2 more scenes.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and do this one now. So now Elliot, Monster Elliot, and Julia, Monster Julia, are walking through Central Park, I think, in New York. It seems to be where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're just kind of like walking and chatting, kind of back and forth, and my sister's talking about like, look at all these things humans have made. Things have really changed since I was alive, because it's been, I don't remember how many years, but it's obviously been thousands of years or whatever. And she's like, all these things that we could smash, all the civilization, like not like wanderlusty, but just more, they built a big fragile like empire. Like it doesn't seem like they're afraid of anything. Whereas I think the time that they were alive, it was more like gods and their machinations and big wars, and like you just wouldn't have a giant sprawling metropolis full of people. It's just not a thing that would happen. She's like, there's all this stuff could just like turn to rubble in an instant, that kind of a deal. And Elliot seems kind of distracted, and he's like, yeah. So I meant to ask you, do I have a name? Like asking his sister, and she's like, why do you need one? Why would you need a name? And she's like, doesn't care. She's kind of like brushing off my question. And Elliot kind of like, again, I think you start seeing the younger brother mentality. Like he's kind of like sheepishly like kind of asking the question, and she like blows him off, and he just kind of like answers under his breath. He's like, mainly for like Starbucks, I guess. And she's like, just ignores him and kind of keeps walking. And I was like, so I ate a couple of them. Like people, I guess. Like we're just looking at people and talking about them, and she's like, right, but the problem is you care about some of them. And she's like not making eye contact with me. She's just like reading me, I guess. So I don't get any reason to believe that she's being untruthful. And it seems like she's like, all these people are ants, all their civilizations can crumble. And Elliot's like, do I have a name? And she's like, you like people, and like kind of like giving him a little bit of shit. So it seems like he does legitimately, if she's being truthful, have some kind of a soft spot for him, assuming Quentin / some other people on the group.
So our theory of he is a monster, but he is a softer monster than what she was.
It seems to be
So you guys were, I was wrong. You guys were right. That is seemed to be the way that they're handling
that
it.
they're kind of playing it. Now that being, and we'll get a little bit more into this, talk about this more in a second. So Elliot, she asks like after the whole, you like some of them, and like I seem a little bit sheepish, and I'm like not talking to her again, and like we sit down I think at a bench, and she's like, you're afraid of me, aren't you? And she's like still looking around at everybody, and Elliot's like, no, like like he seems a little defensive at that. He's like, no, like I worked really hard to bring you back. I wouldn't have done that if I was afraid of you. He's still doing it in his kind of like sing-songy childish voice, but it's hard for me to replicate that.
Yeah.
And said like, I worked really hard to bring you back, and I wouldn't have done that if I was afraid of you. And she's like, well, whatever, because I'm really, the only thing I think about is like revenge on those people who like did this to us. Like, and Elliot's like, well, good news, like I already kind of started that revenge thing. Like Bacchus is dead, Hecate is dead, like what's the dude's name? Fucking what's the guy, the war guy, and it doesn't matter, that dude. I was like naming off the 4 gods that I had to kill to like bring her back. I was like, I already got your revenge. And she says that that's like the first part of the thing, but what we really need to do is get revenge on our parents. And Elliot's like, oh, but I mean they're and she's like, yeah, they're locked away on the top of their other mountain. And Elliot's like, yeah, like we can't really get there. And she's like, well, we can. We just need the scroll and we need the key. And
More things to collect.
more things we got to collect.
Just fetch quest on fetch quests.
Yeah.
Yep. And she asks if I'm afraid of fighting the old gods, which seems to be our parents, I guess.
Yeah.
And Elliot says that it's not that I'm afraid of the old gods at all, but how do you kill an intangible thought creature? Where do you even stab it? So
Yeah.
it seems to be the old gods don't have the same sort of corporeal nature as like Heka and
The
like
new gods, yeah.
Bacchus and stuff, where I can go and like rip their stuff out of them and they'll
Yeah.
die. He calls them like immortal thought creatures, so I'm assuming there's some sort of incorporeal, non-physical nature to these old gods.
Is it like a little Tinkerbell? You just believe and then
Maybe
they
it's
exist?
clap.
Like, yeah, interesting.
So yeah, she says that they're vulnerable. They're just up at the top of their mountain. And she says, there's the key in the scroll. But the last time she saw the key in the scroll that allowed you into Mount Olympus, I'm assuming it's the mountain they're talking about, it was in the possession of the librarians. So I guess the librarians have been around for a long time. So it seems to be, she's obviously died at the time of, gods and whatever this happened. Again, I didn't get a
they
date.
killed her, so they would have
Yeah,
been
the
around before
like
her.
all those new gods were librarians.
Oh,
so,
right,
yeah.
right. They were librarians
Yeah.
that transfer. You're right. I forgot about that. So yeah, so that wasn't a revelation. Yeah. So the last time she saw the scroll and the key was in the possession of the librarians, and she goes, "Where do you think a bunch of librarians would hide a dusty old scroll?" Obviously in the library.
Yeah.
So I get one more scene before the end of the episode.
That makes a lot of sense that, like, I don't know, but I do think how long ago this happened is is a reveal. So you saying that they've been around since like when there wasn't civilization, I think is still surprising, because I guess I didn't know when they took her body and put it into the Four Stones. Like
Yeah.
we never really, I guess we knew he was dressed in like a weird robe, but like it's kind of hard to gauge when that happened. So it seems like
They never
very
gave
long
us like
time
a
ago.
historical touch point.
Yeah.
On like, the fall of the Roman Empire, or like they didn't like give
Yeah.
us an idea of when it was. It does kind of seem to be that the librarians almost like are part of the creation myth. Like they're
Yeah,
like,
right.
it feels like the librarians are maybe doing a little bit more of like the Fates style thing, where they're like weaving
Yeah.
reality and like the trajectory.
That would make more sense, actually.
I feel like that's
yeah.
maybe what they're kind of like playing at with them, rather than they're like a modern library kind of deal. That's just more their modern interpretation.
Yeah, that makes sense considering it's just books of people's lives, right? Yeah.
Exactly. It's everybody's lives and all their
We
permeations.
should have
of their
realized
lives.
that. Yeah, we should have put that. We should have realized that. I didn't realize that. But yeah, they're definitely more like the Fates than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We are in the garden,
Yes.
and there's some guy, Jeff, Greg.
JF?
Christopher Plover?
Oh no, is that the guy who's tending to it? Oh no, wait, that's Plumber. For some reason, I thought the other guy was this guy. But
What
that's
are
the
you talking
I
about?
thought the hedge doctor guy,
Mike, do you smell toast?
Hedge doctor guy?
and then I bring up Toast.
The veterinarian?
The veterinarian.
No, that's on my.
That's Plumber.
That's on
Plover.
my side.
Plover.
With a
Plover,
V.
like the
Yeah.
bird.
Never mind. That's
Next
Plover.
is Plover. Anyway.
Yeah, he's talking about how Fillory's, as Martin described it, or the garden is as Martin described it, and so everybody's just kind of waiting for me to profess my love for Fillory, and
Hype man
we
it.
can all go home. Woo! And so I'm like, we find this little spot in the garden where this plant is said to bloom or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, try talking to it." I'm like, "So Fillory, you got like talking bears and opium in the air. That's a good one. That's cool."
Couldn't even give it an old college try, huh?
No.
Really?
And Penny here. Do you have your line written down?
What was it?
He said, "Are we screwed because Quentin can't get it up for Fillory?" And I'm basically like, I can't do this with the guy who ruined this place standing over my shoulder, because Plover is like right in my face,
Yeah,
being
that
like,
would be
"Do
a
it,"
problem.
like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy fucking sucks, and he's the reason that or part of the
Yeah.
reason that I hate this place now. So I basically tell him to fuck off, and he does. He like leaves though, which
I don't fully
Shouldn't
trust.
we be concerned about
I'm
that?
a little concerned about
Like,
that. Like
okay.
he's
One, you gotta keep an eye on those pedophiles. Gotta make
Yeah.
sure they don't fucking get off into more awfulness.
like I'm glad he's not like the beast like we originally thought he was, where he can
Yeah,
like murder everyone.
yeah, I
but
guess,
he's
but, like-
not a good guy.
No.
Yeah, I'm
He
not.
should be in jail. He should be dead, but like whatever.
Yeah, he should be in jail. I was gonna say I'm
Can
not.
we make
I'm
him touch the water?
not huge
Maybe
into
we
the.
should have.
and
made him
then
touch the
not
water.
look at him.
Ooh,
Oh.
they turn him into a death fish. I'm like, this is your natural life cycle.
And I continue. I'm like, yeah, the fizzy river in book 2 was kind of cool. That upside down desert, like, and I'm just like, I can't do this, right?
Yeah.
Alice comes over and gives me a little pep talk, and I'm basically saying like all the good stuff was like made up, right? That was all like nonsense that the kids weren't happy about, and they needed happy stuff in this book. So this shitbag pedophile author was like, what if there was all this stuff, whatever. And so Alice is basically talking about how believing in something is almost impossible, but the Quentin and I once met believed in magic and believed in Fillory. And being an adult doesn't mean you have to throw away what you used to love. And Quentin's like, well, what does it mean? And she says it means seeing the world through new eyes. And then she kind of like walks away, and she's like, oh, by the way, the cozy horse is real. Like, it's 100 feet tall. Like, you could build a house on top of it. So that part was not made up. She saw it when she was a Niffin. Yeah. So Alice and Penny leave the room.
Yeah,
entirely.
you're having performance issues, so we're like, let's leave the room.
Yeah.
We don't need more anxiety there.
So it's just Quentin in this kind of like secret garden
Cove.
and he starts monologuing. He like takes his jacket off, and he has a pretty long monologue. It's really well delivered. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'll kind of give some bullet points though. But he's talking about how like the worst part about getting exactly what you want is when it isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Fillory like can't. If Fillory couldn't make him happy, then like nothing can. Fillory was supposed to mean something. He's getting like angry and heated about this, and kind of like screaming at this garden, which I'm sure is the exact emotion that the
We're looking
garden
for.
wants. Because the garden responds to your emotions or whatever. But he's basically talking about how like disappointing the actual version of Fillory is compared to his kind of childhood dreams of this place, and like how the idea of Fillory is what saved his life, not the actual place. But like he kind of goes into that, and he's like, well, maybe that should be enough, that like the idea of Fillory is still something he loves, right? It's this place where like you can kind of escape from the earthly things that are bringing you down, whatever. And the flower starts to bloom, and so it's guys, something's happening, and I think you two come back in at this point.
We come back in, you give me the plant, and they're like, this is going to cure Josh.
But then there's another bunny that comes out of nowhere saying that there's monsters in the library.
And we say that Alice must, Alice says that Sheila must have sent it.
I guess Sheila must be the library
Yes,
lady.
must be.
Yeah. I like Herbrarian more.
Herbrarian, but we got a name.
Herb.
I'm
Never
like,
this
okay,
before, I guess.
I'm going to go get Margo and the axes. Do you think this herb is going to work? And Alice is like, well, either it will, or when you come back, we'll both be a fish. I'm like, cool. And I dip out.
We take the plant, the petals of this plant, and go to the sea. By the way, before I move on too much, I like this speech. I think it was really well delivered. It was really, really well written. That's not how I would have written it. Like to me, I think you lean into the Elliot Quentin relationship that like blossomed in Fillory, like with
But
the
they
time loop
moved
stuff.
past that with the Alice kiss, so they already
have
chose
and they
to not-
haven't, I guess. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Um,
they already swapped out the OTP.
Yeah, I guess you
again.
can't do it in this episode
Yeah.
where they kiss, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, we go to the water's edge and eat these petals, and we're like, I don't feel anything. Do you? And it's like, I don't know, nervous. And we drink the water, and Quentin says, yeah, I'm totally feeling that. So the love for Fillory worked.
Okay. And the idea between getting the magic is you eat the petals, then drink the water, then you have the magic.
Basically the petals is the like antidote for
You
the
need
curse.
a vaccine.
Right.
That
But
is in the
and to
water.
get the magic, and the petals act as the antidote for the curse element of the magic, but you still get the magic.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So back to me. I've got a vet call. So this is where I'm at. So I'm there, and this guy comes in yelling at the dog, talking about like this dog is barking, and he's just like, He's like, you can bark all you want. You're not getting your balls back. He's like, God, I hate animals. And he just drops all this stuff. And it's like this.
The vet hates animals.
He does. It's like he's just kind of like, he is giving Dr. House vibes, I would say. That is absolutely, because weirdly, he, like, at first you're like, oh, he's like a hack. And then he immediately does his job, like, very well. Because, like, he's looking at my goldfish. I'm like, it's not a goldfish. And he, like, pulls out this, like, glass. Like, it's just part of with his tools. It's kind of out of place, but it's this blue glass, and he's using it, and he's like, bad news, your fish is a werewolf. And he like looks up at me. He's like, so are you. Did you fuck this fish?
Did you fuck the fish?
So that's when I have to explain to him that the fish is actually human. He's been cursed. So, and I need a solution. The vet is like, well, it's not a hedge curse, so I can't unbreak it. Like, I can't break
Pay your
it.
copay,
So
I'm out of here.
basically.
Yeah.
And but I'm like, okay, well, you need to look harder, because like I said, this is a person, because he was like ready to go flush the fish down the toilet.
But it's still alive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's cursed.
So
it's cursed, yeah.
yeah,
But
so
the
Margo was like
cursed
pushing
fish in
it,
the
being like,
sewer.
I said this is a person and I need you to find a different solution. And he like pulls up the glass again, and he's like, and she's like, it's working when I look at him. And I'm explaining to him how the curse works, and he's like, oh yeah, there is like a really weird connection. And he sees like this, like some sort of invisible thread between her eye and the fish, and he's like, also weird eye. He's like, a werewolf thing? She's like, fairy, no time. So like, it's just like a
Margo's
very
complex.
It's just
Yeah.
such a fun scene, like the back and forth. And she's like, we need to figure out a solution, because I'm gonna have to fall asleep or go to the bathroom, and I don't allow a show, basically. She's like, so I have to go to the bathroom, the fish is dead, so we need to find a solution, because he's got
Imagine
10 seconds.
Josh dying because you have to shit.
That's literally what she's saying, and it's a problem. And he's like, your eye isn't even attached. Why don't you pop it out and just put it on the bowl? Like, look at the fish.
Okay.
Hey.
And she's like, she seems like, at first she's confused, and he's like, no, like legit, it's like not attached, just in there. So she starts like putting her hand in her eye. She's like, this doesn't really feel, it feels really stuck in there. And as she's doing this, he comes around and whacks her in the back of the head. The eye pops out. She looks at him and says, if you hit me again, I'm going to knock one of your balls out. And he like gets the
like, yep.
thing, but the eye does work.
That's why
Okay.
you don't have your eye.
So she puts the eye down looking at the fish bowl, and she's like, okay, I need and he's like, oh, right. And he like digs out and he finds an eye patch, but it's like definitely one of those like kids one from Chuck E. Cheese. It literally has the pirate like
Yeah.
skull and crossbones on it.
Margo just
Why
doesn't
does
still
he
have
have-
an eye patch.
She asks that question, why he has that, and he says, listen, we don't want to, you don't want to know. Like basically like, don't ask questions.
Things
like,
happen.
like-
You got to be prepared.
so my next scene is with Penny.
Yeah, so I show up. I'm like, grab the axes. There's Monster's library. Are you baking for a fish?
So the thing is, it's Josh, and he has a complex palate. Okay, so
Sure, right.
she's
But
like,
she's not in love.
She's like baking croissants or something. But I am telling Penny, "Are you sure this is gonna work?" Because he hands me the leaf, and I'm like, "Are you sure it's gonna work?" He's like, you basically shrug. You're like, "Yeah, it should."
Yep.
And Margo's like, there's this pause, and Margo's like, I can't go. Like, if I feed him this and it doesn't work, he's gonna die. Like, she has to make the choice here between Josh and Elliot. And I think Penny understands. Like,
Yeah, and I think this is me, some penance for earlier.
yeah.
Where I'm like, well, I understand. I'm going to bring back Elliot, I promise.
Yeah.
Like, this is, you called me out for not caring when it was just Elliot. My bad. You're going to feed this fish. Also, wires your eye. I'll be back.
Yeah. That's the end of my scene.
That's my scene. That's my episode.
This, yeah, same episode.
That's real
Okay.
episode. All right.
Yeah.
I have one more scene. So Elliot and sister are now in the library, and we're just kind of walking through. aisle after aisle, and there's like librarian jumps out and is like meh, and we go like boom boom, and like ceiling floor dead.
Oh,
Somebody else
God.
like runs away. I'm like soup, and like slash in the back dead. Like just walking through Merkin. We're just like side by side, like black leather boots, kind of doing the whole like murder as we go kind of deal. We get to old door, like some dusty looking like ancient door, and there's a guy standing in front of me. He's like, I'm the boss librarian. He's like, finger tut fireball, and Elliot like grabs it out of the air and looks at it and hands it to his sister, and she throws it back and disintegrates him. And then we walk over, open the door, walk inside, walk right over to a bunch of scrolls. She picks up one of them, kind of turns a little like hex key thing on it, or not hex key, whatever you call the like cipher
Ring.
yeah, the ring thing with like a bunch
Yeah.
of different things on it, like a bike lock, and open it, and there's a scroll, and I'm like, and she's like, what do you think this is? And I was like, it seems like the key to Olympus kind of deal. Like I feel like we still need a key, unless I misheard it, but we seem to think that this is A, what we came for, and B, is going to solve our problem.
The librarian has the key though, so
Oh,
they're both
right.
here. So yeah,
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
And we walk out of that room, and it seems like somebody like hides behind a corner or something really fast. So I don't know who that is, maybe Alice or something. And then Elliot, I don't think Elliot and sister see that thing, or we don't care. And we just sort of like walk over, and we get to like a T in a hallway, and we look at each other, and there's a pause, and then we both walk in opposite directions. I'm not sure why we're splitting up, but we
Interesting.
like split up and go opposite ways.
Maybe just trying to find the lady.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
to make
it's-
my scene more dramatic.
Ooh.
Sorry, my last scene.
Okay.
We
Were you
said-
the one who watched us come out of the door?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know who that was.
It could have just been a random librarian who didn't want to die.
Could have been another penny.
Could have been another penny.
It could have been what's her face, Sheila,
Could've been Sheila.
Herbrarian.
Herbrarian.
Anyways, we say, "Hey, monster lady," and it turns as Julia as a monster. First time seeing her as a monster, and so Alice has like what looks like a flask.
Yeah,
Like-
the bottles that I brought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So must
contain the
it's
possessed spirit. Yes. Those were remember when I was in the desert where they were capturing the
Yes.
spirits? That's what those are.
Okay, my first thought it was more of the water from the reservoir,
Oh.
but you're probably right.
We're supposed to capture them
Yes.
into the bottle.
Because I don't know where I have it, but I have one of the axes.
Okay.
So Quentin has the axe, and Alice has this flask or the bottle or whatever, and Monster Julia just says adorable and credits.
Okay. Why would you get her attention when you have a melee weapon from a distance?
Yeah, this is just action economy.
I'm confused.
She's probably gonna have a high dex as a god, so she's gonna go first.
I don't know if she knows we're juiced up though, so
Oh,
Maybe.
that's a fair point. That's a fair
You've
point.
been juicing.
yep.
Okay.
She thinks you're just raw dogging it.
That's all I got.
That's all
Okay.
That's all I got. It's in my episode too.
I feel like you split them up to try and get Elliot on your side
Yeah.
and like appeal to him. Like, come on,
What's going on?
you don't want to do this.
Yeah, I do think you're probably right, Stasia, in that the reason Elliot and sister, whatever her name is, split up is probably because we have to go find the librarian.
The key.
Yeah,
you guys
So we
should
just,
go.
two's better than one. We're not afraid of anything in here, but maybe we should be because we don't know people are juiced up. As we said.
This is like a silly question, and maybe I don't understand, but like, who cares if they go to fight the old gods? I guess we are worried about the
Their
bodies.
bodies and the.
But like, if we
personality
think they're
inside.
gonna win,
If they become the new guys, do they rule and just murder everyone? Like,
Well,
well, I mean,
is
you
it the
could
worst
still
people in charge?
interfere, but I mean, I'm just like wondering, do we have more time, or are we worried the old gods are gonna destroy them? Maybe that's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the part, but otherwise, it's hard to feel like where's the actual timer because we have no investment really. I guess we have investment in Persephone. She
dead.
would be, but she's dead now, and
Elliot.
Hades, I guess, too.
Yeah.
So we do have some investment in some of the old
Elliot
gods.
and Julia, we got to
It,
save.
it could just be that like the consequences of shaking the entire power structure of the universe.
Is just.
But I don't know. I
already
mean, what
said
have the
what
old gods done
rock,
for me?
Like obviously these other gods, like when they die, nothing bad has happened because they were killed by other gods or whatever,
Yeah.
like we established. But these two gods that they're talking about seem more powerful than that. So maybe the world falls apart. Like who knows?
mean-
right?
Yeah.
we don't want to give these two monsters everything they want.
No, that's true. I just feels like less urgent, but I
agree.
guess I'm trying to figure out where the
I mean,
urgency is coming
if we
from.
want to go on historical examples of shaking up the hierarchy of a universe, Black Adam kind of killed the DCU. So this could be a Black Adam situation.
I don't know anything about this, so I'm sorry. Usually I'm like your number 2 here. I have no clue.
For the 9 people that got that, you're welcome.
All right. That was my only thing, something to point out, but I guess maybe we care. Maybe we don't think they'll win because they don't even know how they're going to win, I guess.
I think they'll win.
It seems.
I don't think it's going to happen, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to get the combat at
Yeah.
all in general. I do think it's going to be like they're setting up the whole Elliot's going to betray.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I don't know. We'll have to see how the next episode's got to play out. Like they did do a decent job setting up the finale here because I really don't know how it's going to shake out.
Yeah.
We know where all the set pieces are.
Yeah.
So
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
It's going to come down to him having to decide whether he attacks or kills Q or his sister. And not knowing, he's going to ask Q, what's my name? And Q's going to give him something.
He's going to say Elliot.
Or
No,
something.
He's going to have to give him something else.
And it's like, okay, you care about me.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about names, huh?
Yeah, a lot of stuff about names.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
Throw
We
that
had some
out there.
emotional stakes in the last episode.
Okay.
Whether that's next week or the week after. But
before that,
this
Sunday,
Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Time,
grab your deep dish.
July 5th. Yeah, grab your deep dish.
Yeah.
July 5th, live stream.
Join us. I'm your host, Mike, signing off. Left me as always.
It's Tasha.
In front of me as always.
It's Colin.
Right here, right now.
It's Brian.
You're creeping in the background often.
Producer James.
We'll see you next time.
Bye forever.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rosbach. Find him at StephenRosbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.